When the wind howls through the highlands, most creatures hide. But Ruko, a small ram, heard something different in its song. While others huddled for safety, Ruko stood apart, eyes fixed on the distant cloud-scraping peak. The wind, to him, was not a warning but a challenge, a call to something greater. He felt the mountain beckoning, promising more than the simple life of the herd. Ruko was not the strongest or the largest, but he carried a stubborn spark, a longing for the heights. Where others saw danger, he saw a path. The wind that drove his kin to shelter only fueled his ambition. Ruko dreamed not of running from the storm but of standing atop its source. Life in the herd was simple: grazing, contests of strength, and following the strongest ram. Ruko, slighter than the others, joined the rituals, but his heart was elsewhere. While rams clashed horns, Ruko gazed at Thunder Mountain, dreaming of the unknown. The others mocked his daydreams, urging him to focus on the grass at his feet. But Ruko's ambition was quiet and personal. Could he, a small ram, reach the summit no one else dared? He didn't seek glory or leadership, just the answer to that burning question. While others measured worth in battle, Ruko measured his in the distance to the peak. His spirit was already halfway up the mountain. One evening, Ruko approached the elder rams and declared, "I am going to climb Thunder Mountain." The elders laughed, dismissing his dream as foolishness. "The mountain has claimed stronger rams than you," they warned, recounting tales of danger and loss. "Stay with the herd where it's safe," they urged. Their words, meant as kindness, felt like chains to Ruko. The elders' disbelief only strengthened his resolve. He would not be defined by their doubts. Ruko decided he would climb not to prove them wrong but to prove himself right. Before dawn, Ruko slipped away from the sleeping herd and began his climb. The path was lost, overgrown, and treacherous. He had to forge his own way. Rocks bit at his hooves and the wind tested his balance. With every step, the world below shrank, and he was utterly alone. Doubt crept in as pain and fatigue set in, the elders' laughter echoing in his mind. He could turn back, unnoticed, and abandon the quest. But as the summit caught the first rays of sun, hope returned. The mountain glowed with promise. Shaking off his fatigue, Ruko pressed on. The higher Ruko climbed, the more brutal the mountain became. He slipped, tumbled, and pain shot through his body. Lying battered, he considered giving up. Surely he'd tried enough. But Ruko remembered, this journey was for himself, not for the herd. Gritting his teeth, he rose, every movement agony. He scrambled back onto the path, refusing to curse the mountain or his luck. Failure was not the end, but a test. By getting up, Ruko proved his spirit was stronger than any fall. His resolve was unbreakable. At last, the terrain softened and Ruko reached the summit. There was no applause, no crowd, only silence and the endless sky. Below, the highlands stretched out, his home a tiny speck. Alone, he felt a quiet, deep sense of accomplishment. He saw his reflection, bruised, exhausted, but changed. He hadn't conquered the mountain, but his own doubts. The true achievement was in every painful step, every moment he chose to continue. The summit was just rock, the real victory was within. In the silence, Ruko knew he had proven everything to himself. Ruko's return was quiet, the herd barely noticed, but he walked with new assurance. He no longer needed to prove himself. His journey was a private victory, a strength he would carry forever. We all have our own Thunder Mountain, challenges that seem impossible, dreams others may mock. Like Ruko, you may not be the strongest, and you may face doubt and laughter. It's easy to stay in comfort, but true growth comes from the climb. Be brave. Take the first step, even if you're alone. Expect hardship, but always get back up. The real victory is in the strength you build each time you persevere.